Let's see if it's working. Okay, I think we were able to fix some technical difficulties that we had. I'm not sure if it all worked out as planned. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hello. 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 1 second. 1 second. Anyways, for sure, I know we're going live right now on YouTube. So, everybody, if you're joining, make sure to comment. Send us a comment down below. Oh, yeah, we're finally work. So, today we're going to be talking about the post match reaction to the game. I'm Dan here, and it's been a disaster, not only with the streaming platform, but also with the match. Please send your comments in. Make sure to join. Make sure to subscribe. I'm just sending one more message as we're getting prepared to go live on YouTube NX. So again, today has been a terrible performance that we had against Leeds. Liverpool drew once again 3-3, and where do we go from now? So Arne Slot yet again another match that he's let us down. Lots of people are calling for him to be sacked, but I am not sure where do we go from here. So what I'm going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at the lineup, or we're going to be going player by player, giving my opinion on the game, giving my opinion as well on his performance. And if you guys agree, please go ahead and comment your opinion. So number one is going to be Alisson Becker. Obviously, we all know that he had that decent save that at the end of the day it ended up being offside. Other than that, I don't know if he could have made anything else with the two goals that obviously evidently Leeds score. I think they were both, or all three of them were issues that came with the defensive side, which we will be talking again about. Konate, Van Dijk, there is something missing at the moment. And I'm talking about energy levels. I'm talking about performances. Anthony.
Let me set up.
So as I keep talking, I'm telling everybody we're going position by position, talking about every single player and their performance. I was talking about Allison at the moment. We were not happy. Well, I was actually happy. I don't think he was at fault for any of the goals. So Allison for me was decent. Let's just scroll through the back line. Bradley was also very decent for me as well. It was a shame that he got that yellow card. Konate and Van Dijk, I was not happy with the performance at all. It seems like they just keep going down and down and down. And Kerkis, yet again, not too happy. I do see there's a little bit of effort on his side, but it's just not enough for me. Let's discuss about that back line, Anthony. One by one, were you happy with any of these players at all? I think we lost.
I was happy with a few of them, to be fair. I think with Alisson, there wasn't really much he could have done about either of the goals. Bradley a bit shaky, and I thought, right, he made a couple of fouls, and I thought, oh, it's going to be one of them days for Conor Bradley, but he definitely brought it back, and obviously got the assist to Ekitike, second one. I actually thought Konate and Van Dijk didn't do too badly, and I know Konate made the mistake, but his general performance was good. I thought they did a decent job of handling Calvert-Lewin and I forgot his name. They blow over it because Konate keeps on making these mistakes week in, week out. It's part of his game now. It's same as when we used to go on about Lovren. He's not as bad as Lovren, right? But Lovren had these mistakes in him every single week where he maybe misplaces a pass and he passes it to the attacker. He jumps for the ball and misses the ball completely. And that's coming into Konate's game quite regularly. Against Sunderland, when everyone was picking on Van Dijk, and rightfully so, because he just completely passed it into no man's land, then there was no urgency to close the man down. That all stemmed from Konate, again, trying to win a header, but there was no way he was going to win the header to begin with. So why are you trying to challenge for that ball? He's so just all over the place. He just needs to relax, because last season he was fine. He was so perfect. And he has matches. He does have matches where He's so calm. He's relaxed. Against Arsenal, for example, he's brilliant against Gyökeres. And bear in mind, this guy, did he win the European Golden Boot? Or Mbappe maybe did. But, you're up against someone like that. He's bullying him. He was winning every duel. He wasn't making stupid decisions. So he just needs to calm down. But again, I thought he was decent today. But that mistake was terrible. And in my opinion, it was just a secret. It was the first little domino, which led to us obviously picking up just 1 point today. And then Kirkers, I thought Kirkers was decent. I think he's stepped it up since the West Ham game. And I know it's not that long ago; it's only 2 matches ago. But I think he was brilliant against West Ham, and I thought he did decent today. But he did nothing special. But again, I thought he was good. There was nothing down his side defensively where I thought, oh, Kirkers, you messed up there, which we were seeing at the beginning of the season. So I think defensively, as ridiculous as it sounds, we conceded 3 goals. The defenders and the keeper didn't do that bad of a job.
And Anthony, how do we solve this? Do we bring Mark Gehi in? Do we have to bring somebody to replace Van Dijk next season? Do we play Robertson? What is the solution here? What's going on? Like, how do we fix this out?
I don't know. I don't think any Liverpool fan has a solution at this point. Because you know what? We've got so many good players. That's the problem. I genuinely think, man for man, we've probably got the best team in Europe, in my opinion. So what is the problem? Why is it not flowing? Because it was working so well last season, and obviously we've changed a lot. We've sold some players. We've brought in new players. But the players we replace them with are excellent. They're supposed to be the best in the world in their position. But it's just not working, or at least one of the best in the world in the position, but it's just not working. And we can keep talking about signing new players, but then that's going to be like 6 out of the 11 from last season replaced, and that was the team that was champion. So no one knows. Slot should have the solution by now, because this team is not. The quality of this team is not that bad to be performing like this. It's terrible, and I just don't know. I don't know a solution. I'm sorry, Dan, but we've tried Robertson at left back. We've tried dropping Salah now. We've tried Ekitike up front. We've tried Isak up front. We've tried Gomez at right back. You've tried Jones and Gravenberch in the pivot instead of McAllister. We've tried Szoboszlai at right back. We've tried everything, and nothing seems to be working at the moment. So what do you think the solution is?
I think it's so funny, man, because it gets to the point. We were discussing this earlier before the stream went down. It seems like Slot has really tried everything out by now. He's pulled all the cards under his sleeve, and there's just no results. There's nothing that he could really do, I think for me, the only thing that he's not done yet is play a 4-4-2, or no, actually, I think we did see a 4-4-2 diamond, or just play Ekitike on the left as a winger with Isak up front. But here's the issue again, and here's where we just come full circle. Even if you play with his different formations, we're still having all these defensive mistakes. We're still having all these defensive issues. So it doesn't matter what other tactics or formations we try out, or players we try out up front or in midfield. Everything is just going downhill. So there's no real answer. So the January transfer window is coming. I think we lost. We got some comments already. We lost Ant for a second. Let's see if we can bring him back on. Sadly, like you were saying, the transfer window is up ahead. We have in January. January is up ahead. And the question is, who do we bring in? So obviously there's lots of talk of Semedo. There's lots of talk about Mark Gehi. But I want to hear you guys out. I want to see what you guys think. Who do we bring this January transfer window? Anthony was selling a lot of good points. We have tried absolutely everything in the back of the line. Now, where do we go from here? So I'm going to keep on looking at today's lineup. Now we're going to go into the midfield. Let's see. So obviously we have the Gravenberch and Jones today, which is a pretty ballsy move by Arne Slot, bringing down Alexis McAllister. Curtis Jones, for the longest time, it seems like he's been displaying at the top level, and he deserved a start. And finally, he's got it. So He had his chance to impress. I think he did. He hit the post once, and he was also all around the place. So Curtis Jones, I don't know. I was really happy with the performance, but I don't know if we can call him a straight starter. Now, when we talk about Ryan Gravenberch, I did see like he's trying a lot of things. I did see like he wants to shine, but there's really no effort out there. So when we talk about potential solutions for the squad, that's when we just start asking, is it really the coach? I mean, sorry, is it really the players? Because at this point, I think it does. The management affects it a lot. So also, by the way, guys, sorry we're having lots of technical difficulties with the stream. I know I'm talking to you, but I'm also going into X, making sure that everything is running properly, bringing guests in, typing stuff in. That's why today's stream feels like it's all over the place. But I think we do have Ant back. Ant, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, seems like we lost you for a few minutes. I went into the midfield. Today we're talking about the midfield as well. Gravenberch and McAllister. Sorry, Gravenberch and Jones. Jones got the go ahead for the start. I was pretty impressed with that. He did hit the post. I do want to ask you: do you think Curtis Jones should be starting from now on?
He's very good. I think he suits a lot more than McAllister does at this moment in time. But I don't like the reaction to McAllister. I think he is world class. I think he's excellent, and it's a shame it's not working out for him this season. But he has said in a recent interview, I think he said he doesn't feel 100% at the moment. Like he's still not fully recovered from his injuries and fitness issues he was having at the beginning of the season and pre-season. Well, from last season that carried into this season. Sorry. But the midfield for me is a very big problem, I think, which needs to be addressed because whilst I think Jones is good, you saw the defensive flaws to his game, which was letting the Leeds player go past him and score like it is nothing. You know, it's like you're just standing there. You know, oh, I couldn't get past you very easily. So I think defensively he needs to be worked on, but. Simple as that. There's a couple of them players in our team now recently. I think Ekitike is one of them. Wirtz, to an extent, is like that, but with John specifically, I think his on the ball stuff is top quality. And obviously, like you already mentioned, he could have very easily scored it. Unfortunately, came with a crossbar. But I think with Gravenberch, whilst he got an assist today, generally speaking, he's a good player, but he needs to pass the ball quicker, and I think it's a big problem in our midfield this season. So Szoboszlai is very guilty of this as well. They have options up front, and they don't pass the ball quick enough to them forwards. For example, Wirtz, I think, excels in them tight areas, and there could be maybe 2 seconds where Wirtz is open to receive the ball, turns his back to the goal, and then there's a good chance for him to either pick a pass off or carry the ball forward. But we don't get the ball quick enough to him. Same with a few of the other forwards. I think it was against Forest where we had a counter-attacking opportunity. And Szoboszlai, we're on a counter-attack. And Szoboszlai hit the ball sideways or backwards instead of going forwards again. And it's so frustrating to watch. But I do think that they played really well today. I think Gravenberch, like I said, already got the assist. McAllister, I thought, did quite good when he came on. And Jones, on the ball stuff, excellent. And Szoboszlai, we don't even need to mention him. He's brilliant. He's been great every week for us this season.
Those are some really good points as well. Szoboszlai, I don't think we can say much. If anything, he's the only player that should stay without criticism. It seems like he's the only player that is actually trying. So I do agree with everything else that you said. I was pretty impressed with Curtis Jones as well. I don't think we have to really care about who is technically our best players at the moment. Let's just start throwing in players that just bring in energy and just something else to the team, you know? So let's kind of like shift a little bit more towards the front line. We have more people joining us, by the way. Lots of comments coming our way. Let me just read a few as we get settled in. So it says Gakpo needs to be dropped, as well as Konate getting zero output from Cody. Konate is just a mistake machine. And then he says McAllister shouldn't be played until he's right. He's been away of all season, which I do agree with lots of those comments. I do want to read Anthony something that Arne Slot said after the game. Some comments on Mohamed Salah. So he says, and I quote, we were 2-0 up, 3-2 up at the moment, and it was more about controlling the game. We did not need a goal at that stage, and that is why I brought Wataru Endo. Thoughts? I mean, basically, Slot is saying we were 3-2. I don't need a goal. I highly disagree. What were your thoughts on not bringing in Mohamed Salah?
It's so strange. Honestly, seeing a Liverpool team without Salah just doesn't feel right. But obviously, the older he gets, we're going to have to get used to it. But I don't think this is the right moment to be dropping Salah. Understandably right. We obviously I think Salah goes.
I think we're losing you, Anthony. I think we're losing you. Yeah, I think the signal is cutting off on Anthony's end, so I'm going to take over again. We're going to read some more comments from Arne Slot. It seems like so. Here's what he says. This quote is regarding substitutions and changes. Arne Slot says, "I took out Florian Wirtz and Connor Bradley. That was in relation to the amount of games that he had after coming back from injury." Now, obviously, it sounds like a pretty smart choice, but not really when you are looking to maintain a scoreline like that. Now, Arne Slot also said on Ibrahima Konate, and I quote, "He tried to do everything to prevent a cross from coming. It is a mistake from hard work, from trying. There was contact. That is for sure." So obviously, I don't know you guys, but when it comes to me, the more I read these quotes from Arne Slot, the more angry I get. I mean, there's really there's a lot of sense of accountability. Um, there's somebody in the comments saying that we should check out the Mohamed Salah interview. I was trying. Let's see. Anthony, can you hear me? So we're gonna react live to the Salah interview. Somebody shouted out that we should look up the Salah interview, so I'm gonna react live. In the meantime, give me your take on the whole Salah situation.
Can you hear me? All good? Okay, perfect. Well, like I say, it feels weird not seeing a Liverpool team without Mohamed Salah in there, because he's the main guy, and obviously we all saw what he did last season was, for me, the best season in Premier League history. It just doesn't. I don't know. For me, Gakpo is more droppable than Mohamed Salah in this moment in time. Salah can have bad games, but he can still pop up with a very big chance created, a goal or assist. We saw against Man City at the Etihad. Generally speaking, we were poor, and Salah didn't have a good match at all. But he still got into a one-on-one position, which I think he tried to chip Donnarumma, but it just went just wide of the post. He set up Gakpo on a plate, and he missed an open goal. Even against Forest, was it? I can't remember who it was against, but Gakpo had another open goal and he missed it with a header. So Salah creates very good opportunities in matches where he doesn't actually perform well. So for me, I thought he played well against Forest in general. That wasn't a droppable match for Salah. If anything, Gakpo has been the weak link out of all of our attackers this season. I'm not saying Salah's been brilliant, but I'm saying Gakpo has been the worst out of the lot. So I think I already told you, Dan, in the WhatsApp group before, I'm not Chiesa's biggest fan. But Gakpo has been so poor, you have to put Chiesa in now. Or you give Real Engamo a chance, because Gakpo's not providing you much. I said it earlier, Gakpo had the chance to kill this game off at 2-0, or was it 3-2? I can't remember. But he had the chance to kill the game off with a one-on-one. Some of his decision-making has been absolutely terrible in that final third. I personally have no problem with him cutting in and doing something, because it worked last season. and he's a right-footed player. What do you like? If he does run down the line, right? If he does pass it to Kirkes, which he has done this season, it doesn't really result in much because Kirkes hasn't been providing much quality in that final third either. No, he's got 0 assists this season. I think he's got 1 goal against Brentford, but he's got 0 assists. His crossing has been quite poor. If we're being honest with ourselves, so I've got no problem with Gakpo cutting in and doing the same thing over again. But it has to work, and it's not been working, so you have to replace him. And if that means putting Chiesa in, if that means putting Engamara in, if that means like you already raised a point, you could put Ekitike on the left, then by all means go ahead and do so. But I think the only problem with putting Ekitike on the left is if he gets injured, you're so heavily reliant on Alexander Isak. And we already know he's had 2 injury problems already this season. So we can't be that reliant on those 2 players, on Ekitike being left, sorry, and then Isak up top. But Gakpo has been, he's not been fantastic. I do think a lot of the criticism is over the top, but yeah, I think he needs to be dropped. I think Salah needs to be the starting from now on, yeah.
Okay, so sorry to shift a little bit. Well, we're going to stay in the Salah direction. But Anthony, I don't know if you've seen the interview yet. I don't know if you've seen the quotes yet. But here, we're going to react like live. Mohamed Salah, this has been confirmed, by the way. There's an article, there's a video. This is what he said. I cannot believe. I am very disappointed. I've done so much for this club. Everyone can see that over the years, especially last season. To be on the bench, I don't know why. I feel like the club has thrown me under the bus. That is how I feel. And again, Anthony, I have confirmed these quotes with a video. There are there's an article as well flying around. This is just crazy. Thoughts on the comments? Please give me a live reaction. Oh no, I think we lost Anthony right at the most important moment. We're having so I'm going to react instead of as he gets his signal sorted. Let me see. So, all right. So, like we were saying, guys, some crazy quotes coming from Salah. I do not know what happened in there. It seems like definitely the relationship with Arne Slot has completely gone down the sewer. Also, big thanks to I said Brudern 100 for sending us the quote in the interview. Wow, at the moment right now I am shocked. It seems like everything has come downhill. Right now, I can tell you Liverpool will likely sack Arne Slot. Because when you have the biggest star in your club, the one that you fight for so much to extend that contract, remember when we had those Saudi Arabia links going on? When you have this player come out and just give negative comments regarding the situation, especially towards the club, I think that's it. I think that might be the end of Arne Slot. And I am shocked just as much as everybody else. So I don't know, guys. I need to go back, look at the news, see what's going on. I've given you my live reaction. In the meantime, please make sure you go to our YouTube channel, you subscribe. I'm going to make sure that we put absolutely everything that is out regarding this topic in our channels, X, and all the social media platforms. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us. It's going to be an interesting coming few weeks that we have, the interesting few days coming up, and hopefully we solve this by next month. We got some more people commenting. I am sorry if I haven't pulled up your comments yet. So it says Salah is not in form. He needs to fight for his spot again, just like every other player. As much as he's done for us over the years, no player is above the crest. I do agree. Now, I don't know, the situation threw me off a lot. So I really want to know what's going on. Here's another quote regarding the relationship that he has with the manager. I'm going to give it to you right now, guys. So it says, I had a good relationship with the manager. All of a sudden, we don't have any relationship. I don't know why. It seems to me that someone does not want me in the club. Wow. We will see what happens. This is, by the way, and I quote, we will see what happens in my head. I will enjoy the game. That does not matter if I play or not. I will enjoy it. We will see what will happen. It's Anfield. Say goodbye to the fans. Go to AFCON because I don't know what will happen from here. I need some time to process all this, guys. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, guys. Crazy stream. If you're still here watching after all the issues that we have with the technical difficulties, props to you. We're going to be back most likely tomorrow with another stream. We're going to be talking about everything that happened today with a Salah quote, potential replacements for manager for Slot. There's so much to uncover. For now, after 25 minutes of streaming, I want to thank you guys.